Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Cooking with Chef Galmiche. Today we're cooking with some lovely English pointed cabbage, fresh from Four Seasons.
Yes, very nice actually. Yes, I was just looking at it. And me, I like, I mean, cabbage, there's so many different ways of doing it. And there's so many different variety of cabbage. But for me, this is the most tasty cabbage. I really love it. Yeah, it's very nutty. So we're going to cook that. We're going to first of all, clean it.
Yep.
Cut in four. We're going to blanch it very quickly. And after that, we're going to pan roast it. I love this kind of pan roasted. Of course, if I had the barbecue outside, you just barbecue it, which is just fantastic. And I'm going to do a small dressing, kind of a dressing with olive oil, ginger and chili. It goes very, very well with it. And what I would serve with that? Beautiful roast pork. Down.
Nice, yeah.
It does go perfectly well because pork can take chili and pork can take ginger as well.
Okay.
So that very simple way of doing the veg, and obviously for vegetarian you can have that. Sometimes I cook that as a dish for me as vegetarian, and that's all, and is all. Because as you know very well, my diet is very varied, and I'm not over meat guy, but fish, veg, and try to balance everything. So that's what I'm going to do with that, and it's going to be very tasty. But I like to blanch first, so it just softens a little bit, and after that I pan fry. If I had barbecue, I would barbecue it. Really nice on that. Okay. And it doesn't matter if the leaves sometimes just not burn, but suddenly charcoal flavor. So that's what we do today.
Okay, let's get going.
Some cabbage, pointed cabbage, sorry, as we said. We're going to blanch it, and after that I'm going to pan roast it, but I need to cut it in square. But I keep this, you see, that's what will hold the leaves. Right? See? And we're going to blanch it like it is now, like that. And after that, we're going to roast it. I like to do this double action there instead. Sometimes you can braise it, obviously, and just do a simple, but I prefer doing this like that. You just put salted water. I'm going to just make sure that it does soften a little bit. Okay, beautiful. There, just put a little bit. Just to kind of soften it, and after that I will pan roast it. I like this. And separately, I'm going to do a little bit of olive oil, some chili and some ginger. I like doing chili and ginger for cabbage. I think it's really nice. So you can serve that with pork, roast pork, perfect combination. But I like to serve it as a kind of segment. You know what I mean by that, okay? So that's what we'll do. I'm going to do some fresh ginger to serve with it, so I get that. I will use that. It doesn't matter when it's thin like that if you keep the skin on, because people always peel it, but look, when you got a good quality like that, you can see beautiful, yeah? See? And I'm going to do really thin. So it's basically, you don't need to cook it, almost. See this chef with a bloody knife. Yeah, so you can pick the thing there and you can see through it, you know. Okay, so I'm going to use that. Little bit of chili as well. Quite thin. Okay, and all that we're going to mix with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to drizzle the cabbage with a little bit of sea salt. I love ginger, chili with garlic. It's just fantastic. It just lifts it a little bit, so you got nuttiness to the cabbage, got a bit of strength with, because it's quite strong. People think ginger, you know, but it's a strength which kind of fade a little bit, you know, and let the chili after that come over it. So I quite like it. So it should be nice, okay? You can see it. So they already, let's put some light there. Already changing color a little bit in here. Great. And it's going to be tender. The leaf is almost cooked there. So we're going to refresh that in cold water, pat dry it, and after that I'm going to pan roast it. Okay? Okay. Put that in here. You see the colors already changed there. Look how beautiful is that. So, you know, I just want to refresh them quickly. So you stop the cooking process for now.
So that was 5 minutes?
Yeah.
If that?
If that.
Medium.
salted water. So what you do now, you cool them down, and you kind of block a little bit the chlorophyll, huh? Yeah. And this one as well, which is a bit smaller. Okay, so I'm just going to put them there to get rid of the water. Yeah, look at the color. You see the way when you put it salted water and after refresh it quickly, you kind of block the chlorophyll and the color, and it stays together, which is really nice. So obviously two things in here. So 1 second, I take another close. Huh? Two things in here. When it's that kind of stuff, you can put them in on the barbecue. So I recommend greaseproof paper and aluminium. Okay. The reason I say that because I don't like to cook on aluminium direct. For me, it does give metal flavor to things. Okay. So you can do that if your barbecue is on. Nicely wrapped, drizzle with some olive oil, little bit of chili, thing like that, a little bit of ginger, and you let it roast. Salt, black pepper. We've got the pan ready in here. I'm going to pan roast them because I like that too. And by putting a bit of butter and olive oil, it increase a bit the nuttiness. So I'm going to press them slightly in here to get rid of the water. Okay, like this. And look at that. Okay, beautiful. So that goes in. I'm hearing some noise. And what I like with this kind of cooking there is very simple, but for me a quarter is a portion. Huh? That's it. Huh? Because if you serve a beautiful roast pork, that alongside there with lovely colors of the red of this and the flavor, obviously it's not only the color, this is a nice portion. This is proper pub grub, I call that. In France we would say it's auberge because we would do that in an auberge. It would be the same. So I drizzle on the top a little bit with olive oil. Okay, I always use a great olive oil.
Is that salted butter? Unsalted butter?
Unsalted butter, yeah. You can use salted butter, so which means difference. Pepper, only a little bit for now. The reason behind that is because the chili and the ginger are quite strong. Eh? Touch of salt, like this. And when I turn them a little bit later on, we're going to put that on it. Okay? So let's increase a little bit the heat in here.
How long does it take for?
Well, they almost cook. You see, if you put a knife through it, they're a little bit firm, but you know, boom. And this is what is great with that. You don't need to have 10 hours mise en place, but you can, if you charcoal it or pan roast it, you can almost overcook it. It doesn't matter, you know. It's even more tender, more flavor on it. Let me put another nut of butter there, like that. I'm French, so you know if I don't use a little bit of butter, it's something wrong with me. But you still need to dose a little bit. You can't overdo it, no? Or can we? Good question. Yeah. Having here, all color like that. Beautiful. This one needs to go a bit more in the middle because my pan doesn't cook because it's a little bit rara on this one and that one. Okay. Okay, just a little bit like that on the side. Another drop of olive oil on the top. Okay. And now we're going to add chili and the lemongrass, the ginger and the chili. Voilà. Super.
So that's been what, 5 minutes on there, if that?
Yeah, about so 5 to blanch it. About this all together here should take about 10 minutes because you want to roast them a little bit. Huh? And you can see they're getting almost cooked now. This is cooked. This is cooked. The two big ones are a little bit. Yeah, you see it's cooked. Boom. So another few minutes and we're done. So you see that's what we're looking for. It doesn't matter this kind of barbecue flavor, I call that, because it's going to be really, really nice for the cabbage, you know. So we're nearly ready for that. Another nut of butter again, sorry, one more. We're going to let it melt and we're going to serve that on a plate, but look at that already. You know? We're nearly there. Look. Beautiful color. Voilà. And a little bit of the juice, or what's left. Oh là là. Me, you see, I'm a happy man there. Here we are, look at that. So, it's blanched, roasted, pointed cabbage with some fresh ginger and chili. Butter, olive oil, salt, black pepper. That is it. And that to go with the roast pork, you are in paradise.